G'day guys, Matt here. So I'm going to show you something that I genuinely think is really exciting. It's a really cool piece of kit. I've talked about these before. Now this is on my 80 series race car, and basically this information is going to apply to anybody who has a full floating axle design, something like this, but predominantly it's going to be a Toyota. So what it's about is this vehicle's got 360 odd thousand kilometers on it. So I did a big quick calculation. That means this wheel, if we assume it's been running a 33-inch tire, has rotated, get this, 470 million times. It's been round and round. That means that the seal that runs on this surface here, that's why this metal area wears away. Now, there's traditionally two ways you can repair this. One is a speedy sleeve. I've never found them totally successful. The other way is change the whole rear diff housing, which obviously is not the most exciting nor cheap option out there. I suppose the other way, trick we use in mechanics is to reposition the seal face, and that's obviously been done at some point in this as well. But the solution I'm going to show you is absolutely the duck's guts, and it's heaps cheaper than any of those options realistically. Now I did a quick measurement there with my verniers off camera, and that said to me that we've got about 0.7 of a millimeter wear in that groove. Now keeping in mind these verniers don't measure very accurately in this sort of situation because they can't get into the absolute root of that groove, but gives you an idea. Almost a millimeter of wear, so half a millimeter each side of that. So it's pretty huge, and although these weren't leaking, they were weeping. Many of you know that I run my rear wheel bearings in oil, best modification you can do. And anyway, we'll leave that discussion alone. So it's these Terrain Tamer heavy duty bearing kits, which I'm going to be fitting up to all four wheels of the race car. And there's a number of reasons for that. The first thing I want to show you, we're talking about the seal. Okay, this seal here, you'll notice it doesn't look quite the same as a normal one. This is called a cassette seal, and this is a seal that Terrain Tamer's developed it's been used in industrial applications for years, predominantly trucks and stuff like that, but they've brought it into our world, which is absolutely awesome. Now, this is where it comes into its own. See how we've got this rubber section on the inside here? That does not rotate, okay? All of the sealing happens inside the seal. There's actually a total of 4 different sealing faces in there. So I'm going to stick this on and I'll just show you how it goes. Now notice it's got bearing side there. So very important you put it on the right way. So we're just going to slide this on, trying to do everything one-handed, which is always good fun, but this should work. Now obviously this is going to be inside the hub, but so that you can see what we're talking about, I haven't done that. Now that's on that stub axle there. Now watch this. See how the bearing side is staying still, but I'm rotating that. All of the sealing now is happening on those four sealing faces inside the seal. So this is no longer a problem. That wear doesn't matter. Does not matter at all. How good is that? So that's an absolute cracking solution. But these heavy duty bearing kits, they've got some other features. Now they look just like a normal bearing, okay? Look at that and go, it's a normal bearing. What the advancement and technologies with these is Terrain Tamer went to the company Koyo. I think it's written on there. There you go, Koyo. And said, we want a bearing designed like this. Basically, the metallurgy that's used to make these bearings is such that these bearings are a lot harder than normal. And what's been happening in use with using these bearings is that companies that use these in harsh environments, way harsher than the average four-wheel driver ever would, like mines and industrial sites and that, they were replacing and servicing their bearings regularly. Well, with these new bearings being harder and the new designs and that, they've found that they've extended their service life significantly because these bearings are able to handle contaminants far better because of that extra hard facing and I think they measure it in Rockwell rating. So I think it's, a couple of points harder. Anyway, these bearings are really good if you're, running in your four-wheel drive and you just want that extra level of security, knowing that your bearing is not going to fail. So I'm about to fit these up to the race car, and that'll sort my problems out. So I hope that's helpful, guys. I hope that is helpful. I reckon they are genuinely a great product. They are a little bit more expensive, as you'd expect, but given that sealing's going to make sure contaminants don't get into the bearings, I think it's well worth the money. It gives you that reliability you're looking for. All right, guys, hope that's helpful. Catch you later. I'm Mad Matt with a dirty thumb. Catch you later.